man, nice drive through the field there. P3 is nothing to be ashamed of. You're one of the hottest drivers in the sport right now. Keep it up.
Here at Richmond Raceway in Richmond, Virginia to close out our round of short tracks before heading to Talladega. I'm Alex Hayden, and this track has been known to produce some of the most exciting finishes and storylines in NASCAR history. This is a small 3/4 mile D-shaped oval with 14-degree banked corners and differently banked straightaways, making corner exit a challenge. With the rounded off front stretch and the straight back stretch, it's hard to make a car strong at both ends of the track. Teams will try to dial in their exit off 4 to allow for a better passing chance into 1 by being able to cut the front stretch just a bit. And similar to Martinsville, having drive off the corner is crucial. Let's see who can top the charts in today's practice.
Hey everybody, DGooden24 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to NASCAR 21 Ignition Career Mode. Thank you so much for all the support on this series. It's been great. We're back here at Richmond, and practice was pretty entertaining, I guess. The car was very loose, and I kind of struggled in practice getting some solid laps in, and you'll see that as practice progresses here. I have a few clips, and yeah, it's just, as always, it takes me a little bit to get used to the car, and then I figure it out, and it's pretty fun. The AI has some problems here they like to check up out of 4, but aside from that, it was just kind of fun learning what to do and what not to do and all that stuff. So as you can see, I get loose right there and loop, but that happened a few times. I cut out some stuff too. But anyway, guys, as the channel goes, thank you for all your support and everything. It's been great. I'm hoping maybe we can hit another 4,000 by, I don't know, the next couple months. That'd be cool. We're growing at a pretty good rate, so like I said, I appreciate it. So I'm getting a new computer, a very good one, in fact. So hopefully my video should be looking a lot nicer and smoother and crisper for you sometime next week. I'm excited, so it'll be good. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. I'll be back here with some commentary after qualifying. Some of you guys said you preferred the commentary, so I'll make sure to do that instead of just letting it play. So anyway, guys, enjoy the last few seconds of practice, and I'll catch you after qualifying.
We're one step closer to this weekend's Toyota Owners 400 at Richmond Raceway. Alex Hayden here to bring you some qualifying action. We got to see who had the speed in practice, and even after some mock runs, we're all interested to find out who can deliver when it counts. There's certainly a few names that immediately come to mind. Toyota and Joe Gibbs Racing have dominated here lately, but there's no gimmies in this series. Qualifying sets the field, and although this is a multi-groove track, it's still a short track. You want to put yourself towards the front because passing is going to be tough. Just because you add speed in practice doesn't always mean it'll translate to a quick 2-lap run. We'll see who can put their name at the top of the pylon today. Let's go trackside for qualifying.
in the
Welcome to
top 5 in
Richmond
that one.
Raceway for the Toyota Owners 400. I'm Alex Hayden, and we're getting ready to bring you a night of intense short track racing here in the heart of suburban Richmond. This is a high-speed short track where tire management is key, so watch out for those drivers that can best hold their car on the edge of control. Let's head down trackside where the drivers are just about ready to get the racing action underway here at Richmond.
All right, guys, here we go for the race. Another stellar qualifying run for us, to be honest. I'm actually pretty surprised at how well we qualify. Top 5 multiple times now, and it just kind of helps us work our way through the pack. And anyways, there's the green flag. As we get a okay jump, we're going to just have to work our way around the outside here. Be very patient, because you know how the AI is. They don't like to give you any room. As we get a good run on the top, but here comes Blaney. I know that I just need to get down to the bottom. As you can see, they like to run the apron a little bit. And they also, like I said, struggle right here. I always gain a lot of, just gain a lot on them there because they like to check up for whatever reason. So that's something that needs to be worked on. But it's where I gain the most ground on them anyway. As we finally let Blaney go, we kind of force our way to the bottom, and we don't want anybody else to get underneath us. And we have settled into 5th. As we get a huge run on Blaney, and we get a little loose too as we go all the way down to the bottom. But we should have the preferred line. What's going to happen here is we are inside. It's going to be even. Going to be even. And, oh, we're still side by side. Now is the part where you be careful, because they, into 3, do not like to give you room. And it's a good way to get hooked. But he gets a rough exit like usual, and we are going to fly right on by and into 4th place. As now we're going to set our sights on Denny Hamlin. We're going to go right back to that yellow line. A little loose on entry. But we get a good run through there. It's just they're a little bit better off the corner out of 2. A lot different than in 3 and 4, where we can just beat them every single time. As just like this, he gets a little loose there, and we're just going to go to his outside. Just go where he's going to give us, and we're going to just not put ourselves in any harm's way here. As we get a good run through there, but he's just going to hold steady there. But, oh, as Truex is kind of blocking, that allows us to get by Hamlin, but he's going to stick it back down there, but they both check up. And we're going to get the spot on Hamlin, and now we're going to try to make a look to the outside of Truex. He's probably going to get the position here as we dive it on in there. As we pay for it there, we drifted up a little bit and get loose off the exit, but we're just got our nose right on his right rear quarter panel. As we're going to send it back in again, and hopefully we can stay there and he can check up. And he does. It's just such a hard checkup for him. So you're going to be seeing that a lot this race, obviously. As now we've got our sights set on Joey Logano, the leader. We got a potential here to get on by him before lap traffic, and we could potentially dominate this race. So as Truex is kind of poking his nose back down to the bottom, but now Logano's got he checks up hard, and we're going to get to his outside and try to make the move into turn 1. As we're almost clear, we're so close, a little loose there, and we are clear. So now we're going to go right to the bottom, hard check. Oh, and he hooks us. He just hooks us around into the outside wall, and that brings out a caution. I am absolutely livid. As let's take a look here as I clear him, and I make a little hard block there to get to the bottom. He just right rears me into the outside wall. Like, what am I supposed to do there? That's just the way the AI is. But I'm rightly mad about it. As he look at him as it goes back. But I mean, he just right rears me into the fence, and I mean that's just one of the things with this game that's just so unbelievably frustrating to deal with. As here's his cockpit view, as we're gonna watch him go in and just act like I'm not even there. and that's just so frustrating to deal with, and it's just inexplicable. But anyway, we didn't pit. I felt the damage was going to be okay, as we're going to try to work our way back up to the front, as the scoreboard is kind of struggling to catch up there. But now Harvick's looking to the bottom of 3, and we're inside of Christopher Bell as we are 3 wide, being put in the middle, door banging both these guys. Now I don't know what to do, as now I go back to the bottom, but Austin Dillon makes it 3 wide, and we're 3 wide in the middle again, just getting used up here. I know I'm a rookie, but I've won 2 races. As Austin Dillon's still looking low, I think better of getting myself turned again as I go to the outside of Christopher Bell and get a huge run, but he's going to get it back off the corner, and we get loose into the wall, and we are around. But we get it back going straight, as now we're still getting used up. And no caution. It takes a lot more for this game to cause a caution, as we are just still struggling. I'm just in a bad way right now, as we are back to 15th spot. As now I'm going to try to look back underneath Alex Bowman, and this race has really turned on its head thanks to Logano, and now all these AI cars are being super aggressive. And I mean, I guess that second spin was my own fault, but we get a huge run on Bowen, just tear up his left side. And now we're going to look underneath Kurt Busch. I am just really mad at this point, and I was really scared to dive it in there, though, because I was afraid he was going to right hook me into the outside wall too. But now we're back to 13th, and we got our sights set on Kyle Larson. And it actually gets kind of easy from here, as there's no real actual traffic to worry about. We're just going to try to pick them off one at a time. As there we go underneath Larson, who's not giving us much room, and I'm going to not get even with him into the corner. I'm just going to let him go in, and I'm going to try to, let him check up there and get by him. The Logano thing, though, it was just I was clear, and I guess I just drove it in too easy into the corner and allowed him to do that. And that's just something that needs to be fixed in this game, wholeheartedly, for sure. It's very frustrating, and I can't imagine doing it with a controller. Maybe if I was on the chase cam, I could have seen that something bad was going to happen. But, I mean, I was just oblivious. I thought I was good. As you can see me get loose there and go all the way down to the apron. This car is still a handful, and it's not driving perfectly since those 2 crashes. It's definitely not the same, as we're just crawling back to this group that's just on the outside of the top 10. And we're just going to take a look underneath Stenhouse and get him here before we even get into the corner. And now we're going to look on De Benedetto, and we'll see if we can. That back end is just stepping out on me into the corner. It is very loose, and I'm just having to baby it as much as I can. As now Stenhouse, oh man, I was really afraid there. I backed out of it completely because I knew I'd get the spot back right here. And we get 2 of them as we go by De Benedetto, and now we're looking underneath Austin Dillon, and he's gonna give us the spot, and we get right to the back of Christopher Bell, and he's gonna get the spot from us. As now I'm afraid again because Austin Dillon's right there, and I just dove it in hard just so I could clear him, and that worked out for the best. As we're just gonna squeeze to the outside of Christopher Bell, and now we're back into the top 10. We're up to 8th now, as this car is still pretty fast, and we're good on the long run. So when Logano catches this lap traffic, and when these other guys catch lap traffic, we'll be good, as we got a little out of shape there, kind of bounced off the wall a little bit. So he's going to go on the apron, and I'm not going to follow him there. But when they catch this lap traffic, we're going to be good, as we get super loose again, as I just had to back out of the throttle completely, just bail on it, and now we lose 4 more spots. As this is no cakewalk. It's definitely, I'm having to manhandle the car around here and be easy with the gas. So it's definitely tough, but and the AI being the way they are makes it even tougher. So we're gonna get into Benedetto there, but now we're back into the top 10, as it's just a pain in the butt. As look how loose we get into the corner. Oh man, what a save! I don't have any assists on except for ABS, so the game's not doing anything for me. It's just all me. So as here we go into out of 4, and we're gonna get by Dillon again. Now set our sights on Christopher Bell, and hopefully we can make this pass rather quickly, as we're almost halfway through this race. As we're gonna get by him, and we're gonna drift up a little bit and hopefully clear him. Yes. Now we're gonna set sail and try to catch these other guys, as hopefully we can just keep on picking up positions, and we can, just get back to the front, get back where we were supposed to be. As now here we are on lap 29. We have caught this group of Blaney Harvick and William Byron, and we are just really quick. That them struggling off of 4, it's really what's doing it here. If they weren't having so much problems there, it would probably be a lot tougher to get by these guys, because I'm just not as good in turns 1 and 2. Yeah, I've made some passes like that, but they're just not as good. As they've hit some lap traffic, and we're getting the back of Byron, just about lose it there, but we're good. As now they are just all stuck behind this lap traffic. I'm not sure where to go. So where I'm like, all right, we'll go top of 3. And that's, it's going to work as Reagan gives us the room there at the last second. And so now we're back to the outside of Harvick, and we're trying to figure this out. As Chase Elliott's up there stuck behind one of the Rick Ware cars. Says, we get loose, and we put it in the wall again. And this should bring out a yellow, as it does. As I don't pit, because I don't feel like the damage is enough, but I do have my regrets. And here we go again with the cautions, where the AI cars that get lapped don't go to the rear. They just stay where they are. So that's obviously something that needs to get fixed. I'm leaving it into the video. I know I could take it out, but I don't really know how to explain a huge gap around the track. As look at us, just as there's a wreck. Truex is getting hooked. We got an AI wreck up there. I forgot to go back and do a replay of it, but I'm like, hell yeah, look at that. We are up to second now, as there's a bunch of lap cars separating me and Logano. It's kind of like the old days, as I don't get a good jump there at all, as Hamlin's going to get around me. We're just on his inside. I'm trying to be really easy with it, give him all the space, and now I'm really afraid going into this corner, because I feel like someone's going to put me down. Yep, as the 77 gives me no room. But we just kind of abuse it there, and thankfully we were about even with them, as we're going to pass all these cars now, and we're going to go back to second. Well, I guess we were in second, but we're going to have just clear track between me and Logano, as I'm really mad, but I cut a lot of it out, but the car just wasn't the same after that second wreck. It's just, I don't know if it's I think I turned tire wear off, but like you can see I'm getting past, I'm in the wall. I kept having to give it more and more wheel. And the car just never came back to what it was. As like right here, I'm giving it all the wheel I can, and it's just not turning. And the car was broken. I think we broke something in the suspension. As Truex hooks me into the inside wall, and we don't get a yellow, as I'm just inexplicably angry right now. And the person I'm angry at is the number 22 car. As I'm just pissed, and I'm like, all right, and we make it to pit road eventually, as we'll go through this pit stop. As you can see the damage we got to the car, it's tore up about everywhere. Man, as steam's coming out, the water's coming out the overflow and everything. It's just, we had a really good day, and then it went bad. As there's Logano, he's right in front of us, as he must have had an issue somewhere out there, and frankly, I was okay with that, as he just, I don't know, he right hooked me into the wall. What do you want me to do? As, all right, we got the big saw came out and everything, as I'm like, all right, let's go, send me back out on track, as we go back out on track. And so a caution came out, and here we go, back under green, as the car is still basically broken, and so I'm just trying to get back to that yellow number 22. And here we come out of 2. I mean, we're in last. We're multiple laps down. I'm just super mad, as we go into turn 3 here, and we get a huge run on all these lap cars, and I'll let it speak for itself. As we got our payback on Logano, even though he was laps down, but NASCAR decided to park us, and that was the end of our day.